Hey guys, this is App Reviewer. Today we'll be taking a look at the SGP Ultra Bumper Lumi series for the Samsung Galaxy S3. This is a TPU and plastic bumper case that wraps around the edges of your Galaxy S3 for a more lightweight feel, but also to offer a little bit of scratch protection and drop protection. Now, in our previous video we took a look at the Neo Hybrid series, and this is a variation of that one. You'll find that the only difference is being a bumper case, the back will be exposed on this one. So it retails for $21.99. You can pick it up in 5 different color models. It comes in sparkling blue, infinity white that we have right here, also dazzling orange, twinkling pink, and shining grass. So let's open this up. Other than the case itself, you will also get a little goodie pack, which is always nice. And SGP includes a couple of things, so let's pull those out right here. The first thing you'll get is actually a rear protector. So you find that it has cutouts for your camera, LED flash, and speaker. And because the actual back is exposed, this will actually protect it from scratches, which is very nice. I'm glad they included that. You also get a little pamphlet with some info on it. And then finally a microfiber wipe and a front ultra crystal screen protector. So you got some pretty good coverage overall on it. Now let's pop this on the phone and we'll show you exactly how it looks and fits. Now before we install the Ultra bumper onto the Galaxy S3, I quickly want to bring out a more generic style of TPU bumper, and this is the X-Gear Life bumper. This is probably closer to what you'll find on eBay if you pick one up on there. So this is a full TPU bumper, as you can see, and the difference is just incredible. You can see how much more robust this one is. This one's made out of TPU and plastic, and this one just feels a little bit more cheaper. You can see you've got your coverings right here for your volume rocker. Everything is just a little bit more flexible. It's a lot thinner, so you can tell the quality of SGP is much better. So in this case, you've actually got integrated button coverings, so you might be able to hear as I press that. Same thing goes for the volume rocker. You got plastic on here to add with some rigidity, so it won't be as loose fitting, and then at the same time, this will fit tightly, so you won't find it sagging on the sides. You've got some pretty precise cutouts on there. So let's install this on the S3. Very easy to do. Just start off through the top and then just work your way around, and you get a nice tight fit, which I'm a big fan of. On most TPU bumpers I've tried, it's not loose fitting, but it's not as tight fitting as this one, so I tend to see it sort of bow out towards the sides, whereas this one is completely rigid on the sides. You really can't press it if you want to. I've got an SGP glass installed on here and no problems with any screen protector, so that's good on that part. You don't have any lay on the table design on the front, which is pretty bad, but at the same time you do get that included screen protector, so you can place that face down with the screen protector, not naked. On the back, however, it does have a little bit of a lip all around here to protect the back because it's mostly exposed. You do have access to your LED flash, camera, and speaker. On the top, you got some very precise cutouts. Headphone jack is perfect. That secondary microphone is perfect as well. On the bottom, you can see same thing. The micro USB is perfect, as is the main microphone. On the right hand side is your covering for that power button. I'm actually a big fan of these. These are very easy to press. They're actually a little bit loose in there, so you can sort of move them and tug them around, but they're very easy to press, so no problems with it. Same thing goes for the volume rocker. You get a nice responsive feel on that. So they've done a pretty good job with those buttons. And I also want to mention this is the TPU right here, and then the plastic is the white portion. So it's very rigid and very tight fitting, which I'm a huge fan of. So the Ultra bumper offers a very distinct feel on it. Now, most people want a case that's actually grippy just so they don't drop it. In this case, it's actually a little bit weird to explain because it's not a slippery case whatsoever, but at the same time, it's not a matte finish on it. So you won't get some great grip out of it, but I don't see you dropping this anytime soon just because the sides have a little bit of a beveled edge on them, so you'll find that your hand rests in there pretty comfortably, so that pretty much keeps it from slipping out. Now, I do want to run by the positives and the negatives that I found on the case. For the positive, number one is the fact that it offers a very slim and form-fitting design, so this will fit in your pockets just fine, no real problems with bulk whatsoever. You can see that the only real bulk added is the back right here, because everything else is basically the actual thickness of the Galaxy S3, so it's very manageable, very comfortable, and form-fitting. Number two is the fact that it will slide in and out of your pocket very easily. Has a smooth back, as I mentioned, so this will just slide in and out nice and easy, no problems with it. And the biggest part for me is the fact that the plastic and TPU combination is just fantastic. Compared to those full TPU bumpers, this offers some great rigidity. You won't get that dust buildup on the side, and it just feels a lot more high quality, which you expect from SGP. And probably the biggest point in terms of protection is the fact that once you pair it up with a screen shield and that included rear shield, you will get some very good scratch protection. So you get the back covered, your sides are covered, and obviously the screen will be covered. So the case does a pretty good job on that part, but I quickly want to mention a few cons. Number one is the fact that this case is lacking a ton of drop protection. So you can see that just by the thickness of it, you'll only get protection pretty much on the corners. If you drop it on the back or on the front, you can probably risk just destroying your Galaxy S3. So it is lacking a ton in the drop protection department, which is a concern for some people. And then number 2 is the fact that it is pretty expensive for a bumper style case. It's $22, and I know you get a screen protector and a back protector, but you can find a lot of TPU bumpers for $5, $6, $7 on eBay. And while they're not as good, they still get the job done. So I want to point those out quickly. So as with most SGP cases, I'm very impressed with the overall quality and build of the case, and I do recommend it to someone that's looking for a bumper style case. Now, as I mentioned before, you can pick up TPU bumpers on eBay for $5, $6, or even $7, but if you want something a little bit more high quality, something that will last you longer, and something that includes that front and back screen protector which will serve you well, this is probably a good way to go. Now, I do want to reiterate, if you need a lot of protection, this is not the way to go. Obviously, you want to get something like a candy shell or an OtterBox commuter, but this is made for someone that actually takes care of their device, or someone that doesn't really drop it often, maybe use it around your house, or you just use it in certain situations where you don't really risk dropping it at all. So if you're someone that wants a minimalistic case that looks good and has a good lightweight feel, this is a very good case to go for. So I'd like to thank SGP for sending out the case for reviewing purposes. Remember to check out my channel and my future videos, guys. If you do want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so down below. I'll have the link there. And thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for more content. Cheers, guys.